On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a power smokeless grill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, this is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, and my channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I do some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I look at a little bit of a DIY because I think it's a lot of fun. If that's something that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified every time I release a video, just like this one. And as you can see from the intro, we're looking at the Power Smokeless Grill, another as seen on TV product. Let's take a look to see what this product is all about. I ended up purchasing the Power Smokeless Grill from Bed Bath & Beyond. This retails for $120, but they were running a sale and I got it for $60. That's a bargain. Now I've already unboxed it because it was too cumbersome to do on video, but let me just show you the parts. So I have a lid, right? I got to put some things together here. I've got some sweet directions and maybe even a few recipes. I have a skillet pan, maybe to do some pancakes or eggs. And then I have my grill pan, of course, right, to do steak, cheeseburgers. It comes with my burner. I've got a little bit of a, I'm not sure if this is a drip catcher or something like that, but it also comes with a little drip tray at the bottom. And then, of course, I have my Power Smokeless Grill itself. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to assemble my lid. And it's really just simple, right? So it's just a handle with a bolt or two. You just got to take it apart. We're going to put it in through here and tighten it down. Let me do that real quick, and then I'm going to read through some of those directions, and we're going to cook. So this is quite simple. I've got my pieces here. These just go through the lid top, just like that. On the bottom, we're going to slide in this rubber piece. Goes through the glass. This washer, just like so. And then the nut right here. And then what I'll do is just gently tighten this down because you don't want to crack the glass. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, tighten down. And there we have it. The lid is ready to go. First use of your Power Smokeless Grill, the directions tell you to wash all the washable parts in warm soapy water. So that's what I did. So let me show you which parts I washed. I washed the drip tray. I washed the water reservoir. I washed the lid. And of course, I washed the grilling part and the skillet part, okay? Those are the only pieces that you're allowed to wash and submerge in warm soapy water. Now the directions were very, very clear. Do not submerge the heating element, do not submerge the base, and do not submerge the fan in water. You can use a damp, warm cloth to wipe things down, but do not submerge those parts in water. All right, so first let's assemble this. This right here is the water reservoir, and it tells you you're supposed to fill this with 2 cups of water. So let's do that now. And now I want to put in my drip tray. Let me show you something real quick on the drip tray. See how I have these 2 arrows? Well, that's going to go towards where the plug is going to go. It just fits in there nicely. Now I'm going to put on my heating element, okay, how it just fits in and slides in. I'm going to end up cooking some steaks and some burgers, so let's put in this part of the grill first. And then, of course, here is my Power Smokeless Grill lid. Just sets on there. I know it has like a rubber cushion. It doesn't click in or anything, but that's how it does that. So the plug here just gets plugged right in here on the side. Ooh, that was cool how it lit up and beeped. So what I'm going to do now, the directions tells me to heat this up, let it run for 4 or 5 minutes just to burn off any residue, and then we can prepare it for our very first cook. So let's burn off the residue. So this is how we turn it on. First we're going to hit the power button. That thing should stop blinking. Okay, now there's a plus and a minus. So the plus is going to turn up our temperature. So see how it just brings it up. Now I'm at 250, go to 300, go to 350. Let's take this thing all the way up to 400 or so and let this cook for about 5 minutes. Later we're going to take a look at this fan button here, which is the smokeless part of our grill. So right now we're set up. This is heating up, and when it's done heating, that blue should stop blinking. I want you to notice what's happening as it's heating up. Not all the lights are blinking anymore, so I've reached 250 degrees and I'm working my way up to 400. So that's how this unit will let you know when it's heated up. You can heat it up with or without the lid on, but when you cook, it does recommend that you have the fan on. But look how it's telling us exactly when we get to our temperature. So once it gets to 400, we're going to start cooking. So this has been cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to do the griddle plate next. So it tells you to use oven mitts to take off these pieces. Set it down because it's going to be hot. And I'm going to put the other one in the same exact way and let that sit for about 5 or so minutes just to burn off some of the residue. But make sure you're always using oven mitts. Since we have the griddle plate in already, we're going to start by making some pancakes. I have the grill set to 350, which was what was recommended by the directions. It says you can get 8 pancakes on here. I don't know how I can do that, but I'm going to try to at least get a few on there. So let's do this. Do some small pancakes. Really small. So I'm only going to do 6 just for time, and the size of this skillet just isn't very big. Alright, so when these are cooking, they do recommend that you have the lid on during the cooking process. I guess that speeds it up, plus it blocks any possible splatter. Right now we're testing the non-stick portion. I don't normally cook pancakes with the lid on, but I don't want it to splatter. We're testing the non-cook, so let me come back in a little bit after these have been cooking. I normally flip them when they start to bubble. They're not bubbling, but they've been on there for a minute or so, so it gets me a little worried. So let's try them out. Well, that doesn't look so bad. Oops, got a little close there. There we go. So you know what? Aside from me flipping them not too well the first time around, they're actually looking pretty good. They're crispy on this side. I mean, they are little. They're only about, what, 2-inch pancakes? But that's actually pretty good. I'm going to finish cooking these up, and then we're going to try some steak and burgers. I wanted to point this out. One, the non-stick part works, right? Because you just slide around pretty well. But the directions in the box say there are no hot spots or spots that are warmer than others. But I don't know if you can tell in the video, but these pancakes I just flipped, these ones are significantly darker than these ones. So there are spots on here that are warmer and cooler, and so you might have to rearrange where you have your pancakes, whatever cooking, because it definitely is warmer around where the plug-in of the element is. I would love to know your thoughts of the Power Smokeless Grill, the as seen on TV indoor smokeless grill. Is this something you would use? Do you have one? Have you used one? What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Time to cook some steak and burgers. My grill is heated to 350. I can't really put that next to that one, can I? Let's see. A little tight there. Let me put those two on for now. For the steak, I'll separate this a little bit. I just have simple seasoning, salt, pepper, and such. I am going to put the lid on because it tells me to put the lid on. Let's let this cook for a while. Right now I have the fan off because I actually want to see what happens if it starts smoking up and such. But let's let this cook for a little while. We'll check back in on it. So I've had a hard time catching the smoke or the steam on camera. So what I did is I have the fan off, the lid is on. I did turn the temperature up a little bit higher, but watch this. Right now this is steaming up on the inside. Let's turn this fan on, see what happens. Check how fast that stuff just gets sucked away and that smoke is just drawn right down, or that steam is just drawn right down. That's pretty cool stuff. Let's flip these burgers over. Alright, they're browning on that side nicely. Let's flip these steaks, see what we got. Oops. I'll use the spatula. Got some nice grill lines. Alright, let's continue to cook. Alright, I was able to figure out how to see the steam. You see it coming up right here? Now we hit the button, and it sucks it right down in. It's pretty sweet. However, it does take a long time to cook. Let's check the steak that just came off the grill. All right. Oh, there it is. Doesn't that look delicious? All the cooking is done, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the power off right here. Now this is going to let the grill itself cool down. I'm going to opt to leave the fan on so it's still sucking down the smoke because I don't want that all released up into the room here. So that's going to stay on until this is cool, and then I'll shut that off too. After cooking the burgers and the steak, it left quite a mess. I mean, this is something I'll have to scrub. I'm actually anxious to see what it looks like underneath. As of right now, it didn't look like anything got on the actual burner element itself, but I'm definitely going to have to get the drip tray cleaned up. From time to time, you may want to clean out the fan here. So what you do is you turn it over. There's a little screw right here, so you just take the screw out, or just loosen it there. Then you just slide this thing forward and it pops out, revealing the actual fan element. So now you're able to clean this, let it dry, and then reassemble it back in. Also take the time to clean this part out here because as you can see, after just about a handful of uses, it's got a bunch of grease that's lined up all around in here. So it's important to clean this from time to time. I pre-washed these after I was done cooking, and now I'm going to put them in the dishwasher just to get an extra clean, and we'll see them when they're done. So we've been working with the Power Smokeless Grill, the as seen on TV indoor smokeless grill. So I cooked some pancakes on the griddle, great job. I cooked some burgers on the grill, great job. I cooked some steak on the grill, great job. There's no denying that the cook for all of them was really, really good. So I'm always doubtful for the non-stick feature, so I did not use any butter or anything with pancakes, and they did just that. They were non-stick, good pancakes. Now, it says you can get 8 on there. At least that's how it's pictured. I could maybe get 6. If I want to do 8, they'd be like silver dollar pancakes. So just so you know, it is a small grill. You can get a couple burgers on there, a couple steaks. It all cooked pretty well. One thing I did notice is it took a long time for the meat to cook. So I did a comparison, and I went out and I cooked on my regular grill outside 2 burgers. Well, these burgers were in here cooking on the Power Smokeless Grill. And I noticed that the grill outside took about half as long as the inside one. So that's something you should know. It does take a long time to get a thorough cook for the burgers, about 22 minutes inside and 10 minutes outside. That's a big difference. If you're going to go replacing your grill, this may not be what you're looking for. For me, I'm going to end up putting this in my camper. So I have this skillet, or griddle I should say, that I use to cook burgers and stuff, and it's just a terrible thing to cook with. It's meant for pancakes. It's just all I have. And so I got this Power Smokeless Grill to replace it, because yep, I have the griddle and then I have also the grill. I'm probably going to be using it outside, because I noticed when I turn this off, it tells you to hit the power button and then hit the fan button. As soon as I hit the fan button, my entire house filled with smoke. So my tip to you, hit the power button to turn it off so it cools down, but leave the fan on for at least 10-15 more minutes, because my house, like I said, flooded with smoke. I will say the cleanup of this thing is a beast. So remember when I showed you the video of the grease after the cheeseburger and such? Well, this is the drip pan. It came up pretty clean. Like, I pre-washed it and then I put it in the dishwasher and it came up really, really clean. So I'm impressed with how it cleaned up, but it is a beast to clean up. I had to wash every piece individually, and then I put them all in the dishwasher just to see what would happen. So just so you know, cleanup can be a beast. Now, if I were to say buy or deny with this thing, $60 if you're looking for a type of grill to maybe use for recreation or inside or whatnot, it's a good price. It does do what it says it's going to do, and I was really impressed with that smoke feature. So I would go with buy. Now, I got it on sale. If it's $120, I would have a hard time buying it, to be honest with you. For me, like I said, I'm going to be putting it into my camper. It's not going to replace my grill, because I think the grill I use is more efficient anyway, even if it is cold outside. This was Jeff with Jeff Reviews for you. As always, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. I'd like to thank you for sticking around for my entire review of the Power Smokeless Grill. I was thinking one more thing. Where are you supposed to store it? I mean, it's really large and cumbersome. I guess you put it in your cabinet somewhere? I don't know. It takes up a lot of space. I think the company should have had something like a Velcro strap. That's what I'm going to use to go all the way around so I can have all the pieces together and housed together, but storage is going to be an issue, so I wanted you to be aware. Anyway, during this video, I use the UV hot pad, because you were told to use a hot pad, or the UV glove. I love this thing. I use it all the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link a video right up here. It's my UV glove hot hands comparison. I would love it if you went over there and saw that video. I will see you over here at this video. Go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.